Hey guys, welcome back to Useless Units, part 3 of 3. Today I'm going to go over the Tyrannofex and the old One Eye. For those of you who haven't seen the last two, you know, I talk about useless as a very loose term. It's only with competitive play, but yada yada yada. You can look at the first two if you want to see what I said about that. So let's get into the Tyrannofex. Alright, so he's a huge monstrous creature, according to the Codex. He's gigantic. He's one of the biggest creatures that we supposedly have, fluff-wise. So let's take a look at his stats. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 6, toughness 6. God, I'm really hating that toughness 6. If only like they gave us some type of option to make it toughness 7, that would be amazing. I think it's Wraith Lords that have toughness 8. It'd just be nice to have something that could walk around the board and not fear every single gun. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure toughness 4 and even... I'm pretty sure strength 3 can even injure something with toughness 6 on a 6-up. So, like, almost everything can hurt it. Which, I mean, it's balance-wise, but then there's some armies that have toughness 8, but I won't get into that. Alright, so it has 6 wounds. That's a lot of wounds for a creature. A ton of wounds. Initiative 1. That's horrible. 3 attacks base. That's pretty bad for something that is supposed to be huge and threatening. He does have a 2-up armor save. That's kind of nice. Helps a lot there. He comes with the acid spray standard. It's a template flame temper weapon, strength 6, AP 4. So that's pretty good. You can also exchange out with a lot of different templates with like different grubs and stuff. So you can change those out so you can have different types of ammo with that. That's kind of interesting. The Flesh Borer Hive. This is kind of an interesting weapon too. It's a strength 4, AP 5, assault 20. That's really impressive. I can't think of anything else in the game that has an assault 20 weapon. The only thing that's killed me on that though is the range, 12 inches. And like I said, I play a lot of Eldar and a lot of Space Marines and Orcs, and it's those Power Fist and those power weapons are killing me. Like, I mean, that's why that's how you kill monstrous creatures. You just get them in base contact with a power weapon. And usually people with power weapons have some kind of invul save for the Tyranid army. But that's for a different subject. All right, so he's got he's got some cool abilities. I'm gonna give him that. Let's just look at his point cost. Holy wow, 250 points, 250. That's a lot of points for no invul save. I'm sorry. I mean, just looking at that in general, and knowing I don't get an invul save is ridiculous. Now, granted, he has 6 wounds, and they still have to hit you with lace cannons or whatever they're hitting. That's still ridiculous. Why did I put him on the useless army list? Well, he's a lot of points. He's 250. That's a ton of points, and I could think of a lot more units that are under that, under the 200-point mark, that do a lot more than he does. Now, you may ask yourself why it's so expensive. I think what they were trying to go for, he has a very unique weapon. It's, I think, the only weapon in the Tyranid list that's actually super awesome. It's a Rupture Cannon. And the Rupture Cannon is a Strength 10 AP 4 Assault 2 weapon with a 48-inch range. So that's an insane weapon. It's insane. But what gets my goat about it is it's not standard. It's something you have to add. So now 250 points, you have to add 15 for the Rupture Cannon. And it replaces either the Flesh Borer Hive or the Acid Spray. So now you're looking at 2 weapons on him. One that really doesn't do anything, and the other one which is insanely huge. So, and you can give him Toxin Sacks, Regenerations. I don't know why you would give something with a... I don't know why you would give him Toxin Sacks. To be honest, I've used him a handful of times, and every single time I get him close to something, he's the first... whatever it is, whether it be Space Marines, Orcs, Rangers, whatever it are, they tie them up. They try to tie him up. Because he can't fire while he's in combat, and that's basically what he's for. He's for you take him for the Strength 10 AP4 weapon to deal with Land Raiders and Monoliths and vehicles and the mech stuff. That's what he's there for. But the 265 point cost is just ridiculous, especially for something like literally. He gets 3 attacks as an average weapon skill. He was tied up for 2 whole rounds because of 1 squad of Space Marines. Partly because I was getting unlucky and having a hard time hit, but mainly just because, like, he doesn't hit that hard. He's not that good at hitting. You know, and then he of course he wounds on a 2-up, and they'll get their invul saves if they have invul saves and all that stuff. But just he's not a good unit to take. Is his weapon good? Absolutely. I would never deny his weapon being awesome. Is he worth 265 points for the weapon? No. A strength 10 AP 4 48 range weapon is not worth 265 points. Not by a long shot. This doesn't work like that. But yeah, basically he's there for heavy support, like I said, to do with land raiders, monoliths, mechs. Every single time I get him close to something, though. I mean, people charge him without even thinking. Even if it's going to sacrifice his whole squad, they'll charge him just to stop him from shooting at whatever it is for the next 2 rounds. And that gives him that actually works a lot of the time. Because like I said, he's got an average toughness. I mean, Space Marines can't hurt him on a 6. But usually it's something with a power weapon that gets there first and just rips him apart. Yeah, but that's the Tyrannofex, guys. He's a very large, pointless unit for that strength 10 AP4. It's just not worth it, you guys. You guys sit back and just think about the other stuff you could have on the board for 265 points. Think how many wounds that is. Think how many turns that can last rather than him walking around with a strength 10 weapon. And he has an average ballistic skill, something special. Ballistic skill 3. So 4 up to hit. So one of your shots you can hit on the 2, basically. Those are the odds. But in short, he's just a big unit. I think that maybe GW made for fun, to see what people could come up with, because he's really not that good. He's definitely not worth his point cost. Like at 265 points, I would definitely expect an invul save and a toughness of 7 or 8 for that. That then he'd be worth taking if he had an invul save and he had a toughness of 7 or 8. He'd be definitely worth it. I'd say take him, but he's not. He's just not worth it. He's not pulling his point value. And the fact that the Rupture Cannon doesn't come standard with him is ridiculous. Alright, I do want to touch up on one more quick unit who's a unique unit called the Old One-Eye. And I'm just going to say, you know what, don't take him. Just don't take him. He's 260 points. He's 10 more points than the Tyrannofex, and he's Initiative 1. He's supposed to be close combat, and he's Initiative 1. Not only that, but his weapon skill is also 3. I'm going to go through his stats for me real fast. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 10, like that's impressive. He can insta-kill toughness 5 units, that's kind of cool. Toughness 6, again, I wish it was 7, but what are you going to do? He had 4 wounds, initiative 1, attacks 4, 5 attacks in a charge. That's cool, but Radners also get that. In a sense, the Old One-Eye, he's just a waste of points. He's too many points, not worth it, and you're paying for rapid regeneration. So it's honestly not even worth, not worth the 100 points extra for rapid regeneration, because that's all it is. And that's insulting to me. Anyway, so those are the useless units. Like I said, for you guys, don't you know, this is my opinion of all the dozens of games I've played and what I've worked and what hasn't, and you know, that's just what it is. So please subscribe, and if you have any questions, please send me a message.